We are live, and this time the microphone is working. Whew, that was a bit of a struggle to say the least to get set up on time, and I know tonight's on time is 8. Normally I do these at 7:30, but it's been that kind of day, folks. So thanks for your patience, and thanks for joining in. Brett, Mark S., Gertej, Harjot, Brad Palmer, Vivian Johnson, Mark S., Marie Palmer, Michelle Briggs, Dial Up Dan, Jeanette Morales is here. How's your recovery going, Jeanette? Alex is here. Mark S., Susan, Who's Ja, Sapand, TTC Explorer. I'm sure I said that first word wrong. Michael Nguyen, Marg H., Whitby Dude, Cody, Action VJ, Justin Ha, Sanjay, and Kingston. So some of the mods are here. Emo's music channel. I'll say hi to one more person, and then we'll get on with the show. Okay, that's it. No one else chatted. So hello. Whew, what a busy day. But just before I get started, I'm gonna do something I've been dying to do, and this one comes courtesy of Brad Palmer. And I put up a poll here: which IPA are we having? He sent me a super chat the other day for an IPA on Sunday's stream, and it looks like the Radical Road 4-track IPA won. I only had 2 IPAs in the fridge. I bought a bunch of Radlers as well. So I had 40% of you voted for this. 29% voted for Lake Bay's Low Tide, which I did not know is a 2.5% IPA. I don't know if that one's going to do it on a day like this. And 31% voted for Mix Them Together. So thank you very much. Thank you, Brad. I hope you're all having a better end to the week than I am, because I am absolutely exhausted. And this is going to lead into tomorrow, and I'll explain about that in a minute. And I just picked this up, so I threw it in the freezer for an hour and a half. Hopefully it's... Oh yeah, that's nice and cold. And I have another one, and I also have the lighter IPAs in the fridge as well. And this is from Radical Road Brewing. And they are on Queen Street East in Leslieville. And I've been there a few times, and I've talked about them a bit. But excellent brewery. So where do I begin with this weekend? As you know, maybe I could pull up my channel. As you know, it is Pride Month, and Pride Week is coming to an end, and it's kind of a big deal in Toronto. This is possibly the biggest place on earth to celebrate that. I don't know. It's definitely up there. Colette is here. Hello, Colette. By the way, I do have the ability to do this, so feel free to ask anything and everything. This is going to be a pretty casual stream. I don't really have anything super duper planned for it, by the way, but say something silly and I can embarrass you, or just highlight your question. So Friday night I went out, and did I live stream on Friday? Thursday. No, I live streamed on Thursday, and that was actually the last time I live streamed. So Friday night I went out, and I was meeting my friend at Betty's, which is one of my favorite bars on King Street East. And the Pride Festival had just set up, so I decided let's record my walk to the bar. I ended up going to Dundas Square instead, and then I had to run to Betty's. So that was the video you see on Friday. Then at the bar, I may have had several strong IPAs. And I had my camera with me, so I decided to record my walk from the bar quite inebriated. I'm thinking maybe I'm still going to post the video, because why not? I didn't embarrass myself or anything like that. So I recorded that, and then I came home, and then guess what I had to do? I was inebriated. I had a video, which is kind of timely, so I wanted to get up for the next day, but I had to walk a dog, because earlier on Friday, my good friend who was going away for the weekend with his family dropped off his dog. So I was dog sitting all weekend. So, which for me means 3-4 pretty long walks a day. So I was pretty hammered, had a video to edit. It's late, after midnight, and I've got to go walk this dog. I've got to come home. I've got to edit my video, upload it. I put no effort into the thumbnail. whatever. So my Friday was kind of a train wreck. I'll show you pictures of the dog in a minute or two. So Saturday was going to be a big day. We had Taste of Asia, which I wasn't sure if I was going to get to, up on Steeles. More Pride stuff going on downtown. Plus, it was a beautiful day, like such a perfect day to get out and record. I had no plans at night. I was even going to hop on the e-scooter and do a live stream on Saturday. And I woke up hungover and I never made it outside other than walking the dog. So I did nothing on Saturday. Like really, really busy happening weekend. And I treated myself to a me day. That's what you can do when you're your own boss. I felt kind of guilty about it. I was like, I think I said I was going to go stream. There's all this stuff to record. There's a million people out. It's beautiful. I was like, okay, let's just do a Midtown walk, right? Like, Midtown was busy. All the patios were full. Lots of people out. I don't have to get on the subway or anything, but nope. Couldn't even do that. So my Saturday was a total write-off other than walking the poodle I was taking care of. So today I had to make up for slacking on Saturday. Yeah, hangovers are the worst, says Chris Mills. They are even more bad when you don't drink in excess regularly, so you don't have any tolerance for it. And once you're north of 40, ooh. When I was in my 20s, like, I could literally just have a beer and I would feel fine. Like the hangover would go away. But at this age, no, that hangover drags. So I had to kick some ass today. Susan says, go tonight up in Unionville. So today I went out and I recorded the Pride Parade. I wasn't going to record the Pride Parade. I was like, that's going to be a minefield. There's going to be like full frontal nudity. There's going to be all kinds of copyrighted music. I was like, it would probably be like a really big, profitable live stream. Definitely one of the biggest live streams I've ever had. I know that. But it just seemed like a minefield, and it's so crowded. I tried to live stream during the Ukraine march, and that I ran into connection issues, and I just know there's so many people for Pride. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to maintain like a high quality connection. There's going to be music that's not good for my stream. Yeah, it would have been profitable, like really lucrative, but I just didn't want to deal with all that stuff. So I didn't live stream it, and then I thought, how do you record like a parade? This, like, I'm gonna have to get there like 4 hours early and get a good seat, and it takes 5 hours and it moves so slow. And then a little light bulb went off in my head. I have this thing. This came with the first camera I ever bought for this channel. Actually, I bought a GoPro Hero Black 7. This came with it, and what this can do is it can extend. I can make it go all the way up, and I can lock it in place. Well, if I loosen it, I can lock it in place. And I use these Pocket 2 cameras. So I took this mount, which is meant for the Pocket 1, but I've modified it to fit the Pocket 2. And I put my camera in the mount, like that, and I locked the horizon, and then I thought I can just hold it like this and we can kind of see the parade. So that is what I did today. I started at the south end of the parade route and I walked north against the parade with my arm up in the air holding this thing way above everyone, getting all kinds of weird looks from people, but I think it worked. So that is what I did today. Then after I did that, I still felt bad for not recording a whole lot this weekend, so I made a second video just walking around the east side of downtown and that sort of thing. And then I came home, and because that Pride Parade was just littered with like copyright music, I quickly rendered out an audio only version of it. I uploaded it to YouTube. It gave me a bunch of strikes, so I fixed the audio. And then I edited that, and then I uploaded it, or I started to upload it. And then I'm like, shit, I gotta do my Stumble stream. So here we are. That was my day. I have been very busy, and in the middle of all that, Jeanette says ingenious. Yeah, I think so. I think so. In the middle of all that, Digby's owners came and picked him up. So some people, yeah, so, or they got their dog back. So that happened. I was originally going to do downtown Toronto, Johnny, July. My original plan for today, before I got that idea to record the parade like that, was to recreate this video. This video I did in 2019, downtown Toronto, Sunday afternoon walk in the summer. And for 3 years ago, that one has 71,000 views. So I think that was my most successful video ever in the early days of my channel. So I was like, you know what? It's the same day. It's Pride. I'm going to recreate that. But instead, I guess my senses came to me and I decided to just go ahead and record the parade. So yeah, now we can exhale, we can breathe, we can have our IPA. And Michelle Briggs is glad I had a later start today's stream. You're rushing back to be home. It's a priority. Michelle, if only everyone in the world thought that. No, thank you very much. So I teased that I was looking after a dog. So here is the dog I was babysitting all weekend. No, that is not Charlie. That is Digby. Digby is a poodle. Similar size as Charlie, like height, length, all that stuff. Way skinnier, way leaner, way more athletic. Amazing dog. Just super friendly. I don't think he wanted to leave. He had a little bed here that he spent most of his time on. So that is, Colette says, which dog behaved better? You know, I know Charlie and Charlie knows me, so he knew to like suck up to me to get treats. What's weird is Charlie, his owners say he can have treats but no table scraps. Digby was the opposite. No treats. Sorry, Charlie is no table scraps but treats. Digby is no treats but table scraps. So different parenting philosophies, I guess. And Charlie could have rawhides and Digby can't have rawhide. Anyways, yeah, so there's Digby. There's who I was taking care of all weekend. You can see how lean he is. This guy is fast. And Digby and Charlie actually met and hung out one afternoon together. So they do know each other. There he is in my apartment. We just came back from a walk. That's why he has his harness on. Don't worry, I normally take the harness off. And yeah, he was pretty affectionate. So no, Digby will not be in the stream. I was also going to make a video walking Digby yesterday, but I felt like ass. Like it was such a bad hangover. It didn't even go away till like 8-9 p.m. So all I could do was take this guy to the park, and that was it. It was so bad, I ordered a single meal off of McDonald's through Uber Eats, knowing what a colossal ripoff that is. If you're going to order food delivered from Uber Eats, you have to do it for like at least 2 people or 2 meals worth. Because when you do it for one, you're paying all those bullshit extra fees and you're getting like one meal. Like an $11 combo is like $25 after tip. That's how bad I felt. I actually decided I'm going to do this. So I had some cold, soggy Uber Eats McDonald's yesterday too. Anyways, there is a Digby. Cute dog. And here we are. Who's just says, yes, hungover where you feel like crap and vomiting. Oh, I don't vomit. I just get a crushing headache. And I should know better. Before bed, when I lived in Korea and would go out a lot, I would often put like a Gatorade under my pillow. So when I came home, I would find it there and I would just drink it. And I would feel so much better, because the biggest thing about being hungover is not being dehydrated. But I didn't do that. Oh, man. But there is that video coming up where I started recording in Betty's. And actually, since we're talking about the Pride Parade today, here is a little preview of the video I recorded that hopefully will be coming up. Hopefully. Hello, I'm Johnny Strides, and I'm here at Pride Parade. I'm going to say the temperature wrong. I'm going to say it's 21 when it was really 28. Oops. And now we're looking south on Yonge Street. So the video kind of went like that. Oh, did I switch camera angles? So I'm going to switch the camera here from low mount to high mount. Okay, now we are mounted high. And now we're going north up Yonge. No, I don't actually sound like that, do I? I'm holding it low now, but you can see like it's pretty crowded. So at some point, I just decided to raise my arm way up in the air. Would-be dude saw my 15-second video from the Betty's bathroom. So this is right at the very start of the parade. This is like the first float coming in. But look how, I'll pause it. Look how nice and high I got. So I did not know if I was going to be able to get this video. I didn't know. I probably didn't do a great job of capturing the actual people walking on the ground because I basically had to walk down the sides here, right? Because you're not getting in the middle of this crowd. But I also thought it would be unique. And it's definitely 1,000 times better than all the videos these people are making. Like, their videos are literally just shoulders and heads of the people in front of them. So, yeah, we can skip ahead more. Well, yeah, there was some incidences, and you can tell this is when I lowered it. Every once in a while my arm got tired and I lowered it a bit. I'm lowering it here. But yeah, like it was like this all the way up Yonge Street. It was pretty crazy. And there was these huge gaps in the parade like here where just nothing was coming by. So if I just got a good seat and sat there, it would have been a really, really weird video. I guess I would have edited out all the dry spots. So I thought this was cool. It was kind of like an interesting perspective. Michelle, I don't think so. I think it's always been on Yonge. But when people were up in like floats and stuff, we got a good view of them. There's one little like dance routine, but I think this is from the thumbnail, but look how busy that is. It was nuts. Where's the little dance routine that broke out? Yeah, these guys, they like broke out in some choreographed dance routine. Hello, Everett C. Gertej says he saw pictures on Instagram. Yeah, I put a few snaps on Instagram that I took while I was recording this, actually. I just kind of held my phone up. And what I should have done was waited till I came home and done some screen captures and use those screen caps. But yeah, so I just kind of walked the whole route of the parade. People were constantly looking at me like I was crazy for holding my camera way up over my head. Oh yeah, look at this. This is not seating. This is like scaffolding as part of the construction site. And look at all the people that got up there. Look at these people. That's nuts. All right, Susan, have a good night. Okay, there's a guy. He's got a GoPro on a stick. But the problem with that is if you don't hold it perfectly level, your picture is going to like look not level. That's why I thought I was kind of brilliant instead of using the GoPro to use this, because when I do that, the camera head doesn't wobble. Arrest them? I don't. Yeah, that's a good question. Who's liable if something happens? Now, if I'm the judge, whoever climbed this is 100% liable. Even if that scaffolding isn't up to code and poorly made, you climb it, you are liable for everything that happens, in my mind, as a former insurance underwriter. But the reality is, it's probably going to fall on that construction company if something happened. I think the city would also be kind of to blame, maybe, because there's tons of police and the police didn't keep them down. But anyway, so it went along Bloor Street. Oop. I remember that moment. I had to drop the camera below someone's arm in order to walk past them. So yeah, it's not like the best view ever. And here's the parade staging area where everyone was queuing up to go into the parade. But I think it was a neat view. And I think in the future, if I ever record like a crowded street festival again, like at Little Italy, or if Taste of the Danforth ever comes back, my little elevated camera idea might be the way to go. I think this just gives us a better view on things. So I don't know, it makes recording in big crowds pretty easy, I think. Everett C, always enjoy your streams. $10. Thank you so much, Everett C. I almost said Everett Stream. Thank you, Everett, for your support. That is very, very much appreciated.
Always enjoy your streams.
Ali BHG. What's weird is your comment. I guess the supers don't show in my little app here that lets me highlight. Yeah, and this is on Bloor Street, but also north on Church was a whole other like parade staging area. So it was a lot of people involved here. Yeah, Bill, I wonder if the construction company knew that their scaffolding was being used like that. Like, that was pretty nutso. Lisa is here. Lisa, did you mention you were getting a Quest 2? That's a intriguing purchase. As I think I was kind of eating and I couldn't get to my keyboard during this morning's premiere when you mentioned that. But yeah, that was my crazy ass day. So after this, I had a cold drink, and then I just recorded another video because why not? So hopefully you guys like the elevated camera view. It wasn't so much a video of the parade as it was like the parade atmosphere and like seeing all the people. Oh well. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do next year is maybe ask if one of our viewers has like a place along Yonge Street perched up nice and high where it would be good for streaming, and maybe even Wi-Fi, like a balcony right above Yonge Street or Bloor, and I could take advantage of that because viewers are always offering like really cool things and I almost never take them up on it. But I think for this case, having like a great vantage point from the parade would be kind of neat without being down on the street, fighting for cell phone signal, having people wondering what I'm doing, people standing in front of me, blocking it. I don't know. That's an idea. Maybe I'll see if we could do that. But yeah, that was that for today. Lisa, if you're wondering why everyone's talking about scaffolding, this is why. On 1 Bloor West, there was people perched all over the scaffolding. Kind of, I know it's strong, and when you build something like this, like the weight of a person is nothing, but like, look at that. That isn't just like a broken leg, sprained ankle, concussion. That is death to the people below them who they fall on. So that's pretty dangerous. But hey, Nothing happened. Otherwise, we'd know about it. And look, there's people all up here in the scaffolding. I didn't notice that. Did you see that too? Look at... Move the camera right, Johnny, you idiot. Stop looking at the marching band. Look at that. There's people way up here. Did anybody do any videos on the Toronto Pride Parade? That's already up. Pride Parade, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, 2022. This guy put up a 10-minute video. Pride Parade, Toronto, Canada, part 2. Oh, he chopped it up. Large crowd at Toronto Pride Parade before beginning. Helping out. This guy is really putting up a lot of stuff here. He's got 33,000 subscribers. Alex says walking lady did. Yeah, that's a short though. YouTube shorts don't count. Those are vertical videos less than a minute. Oh, Pride Parade 2022. Is that a short there? 4 minutes. That's there we go. Pride Parade is back after 2-year absence. Anyone else do anything? What about live? Who did a live stream? I know, I think Lizzo did. I got a notification that Lizzo did. Oh, I came up second when I put live stream. Transmarch brings out thousands. Yeah, Ken recorded that. I kind of recorded that. I got like the pre-Transmarch. Oh wow, Lizzo got 2,000 views. Damn it. I should have live streamed today. Oops. But yeah, now that you're all caught up on my weekend and what I did, and you saw pictures of Digby, tomorrow is going to be another lost day. What's happening is Charlie is back in his home, and his owners are like redecorating, and they're buying, furniture and stuff, and no one's going to be home tomorrow. But they ordered a new TV, like a ridiculous 77-inch Sony OLED TV. And the delivery company said it's coming tomorrow by end of day, and they're not going to be home. So guess who is going to be waiting in their home to take delivery of this TV? This guy. And it could be any point during the day. So I'm going to go over to their house, maybe before the premiere tomorrow, and hang out with Charlie and wait for a delivery guy. If the delivery comes early, I'm going to have my scooter with me. I'm either going to go out and make a scooter video, or I'm going to go out and make a live stream. So that's my plan for tomorrow. They live near the Danforth, near Pape Station. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll make a scooter video anyways later. I'm going to try to get some content out of it. I know I haven't streamed on the other channel in a while, but that's my plan for tomorrow. But until it comes, I'm going to be sitting there all day. And I do have a bit of an announcement on Thursday. Last I checked on Thursday, I'm getting a big package from FedEx that I'm going to have to stay home here for. It originated in China. It is currently in California. But a company has reached out to me and said, hey, are you interested in this product? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm interested in that. What do I got to do? Do you want a review? Do you want me to And they said, all you have to do is make a few videos with it. And So I didn't sign any contracts. I'm under no obligations.
How's the VR gaming system?
High fiver. We'll talk about that in a second when I finish this little story. Thank you very much for the $2. High fiver. So normally when companies send you stuff, like I have my first sponsorship in a long time coming up this week. I have to do like a little 30-second thing. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow when I'm sitting around Charlie's home all day waiting for a delivery. Like I'm obligated to show a 30 to 60-second integration, and I have to hit certain talking points. It's not a review, but like it's a transaction, and I'll disclose it too as like a promotion. This company, just like when I was sent my last e-bike and they said, hey, no, I never took delivery of that. I was thinking about that. There was a company that was supposed to send me an e-bike and they didn't send it. That was right after I bought 2 e-bikes too. This is another company. Same deal, except they actually sent it. And all I have to do is agree to use it. I don't have to try to sell it. I don't have to say good things about it. If it sucks, I can say it sucks. So yeah, I'm really excited about that because it's very expensive and it's coming on Thursday. So I'm going to have to stay home on Thursday and wait for this big dumb package to come. And then I'll disclose it as, hey, this company sent this to me. This isn't my own money. But, you know, I'm not obligated to use it. So if you're wondering what it is, it's a super duper long range e-bike. It's an e-bike that can go well over 100 miles in distance. And crucially, it has the suspension to smooth out like live streams. Like I absolutely love my e-bike. I think it's great. But the fact that they just like sent me a free one and I'm not obligated to like say good things about it, I think is pretty cool. Shows that they're confident in the product, because I told them after like one video, if I like the other e-bike better, I might just go back to the other e-bike. I'm not going to use something just because you like sent it to me free if I don't like it. So yeah, that's happening. So I'm doing package waiting. I'm waiting for a big ass package tomorrow at a friend's house, and then I've got a new package coming Thursday. So Jeanette, no, it's not a fat tire e-bike. It's just like mountain bike tires, but it does have the suspension. It is a lot smaller and a lot lighter, but like 120 miles or something, like the range is advertised to be. So yeah, it's nuts. Estelle says, do you prefer the Move-In or the e-scooter? For like a really long range trip, I definitely prefer the Move-In. For moving around the city, like downtown, I definitely prefer the e-scooter. They're just very complimentary. When I did the live stream from here to Port Credit, I was like sore the next day. Like my body was sore just from taking the e-scooter that far. But maybe I'll do something like that again. Anyways, High Fiver asked a question. He asked, and I've left it on the screen, how's the VR gaming system? I have been doing a lot of boxing, a lot of bowling, and I have barely touched my mini golf and ping pong lately. It's not that I don't love those games. It's just that the boxing is like genuinely fun and it's a good workout. And I love bowling. My high score now is like 260 something. I'm determined to roll a perfect game, which is exceptionally difficult. And you get really tired too, just playing it. But it's awesome. I'm very, very happy with it. And to Lisa, since you are getting a Quest 2 or just got a Quest 2, I recommend getting a upgraded head strap for it, because the one it comes with kind of sucks. It kind of just moves around when you move your head. So if you find that uncomfortable, upgrade the head strap. Estelle found an e-scooter has a suspension, 10-inch tires, 60 kilometers range. That sounds amazing, Estelle. Lisa says, got it. It's weird. This looks like it's made for an 11-year-old boy. But it kind of was. Whippy Dude says you can finally do your length of Yonge Street ride. Yes. Speaking of that, thank you again, High Fiver and Everett C, for your support. I have a crazy, crazy video planned that I'm going to try to do next week. How crazy is this video that I have? Jeanette says her hubby wants the Samsung 98 Neo QLED for his birthday next month. You don't think so? Is it the N90? Samsung has OLED panels now. I think they're still LG manufactured for a while, but the OLED that my friend got was like the Sony A80K or something, 77 inches. It's pretty... I'm an OLED person, even though I'm looking over there at my TCL. So the video I have in mind, that's a 256 gigabyte micro SD card. Pretty big. Jeanette says, yes, Q90A. You can tell I'm watching TVs and I'm already thinking about, when I see this 77-inch OLED, I know it's going to make me want to upgrade my TV into an OLED. I'll be like, sorry, TCL 6 Series, but... Anyways, this one card is not going to be enough to record this video. I'm going to need multiple of these. So, yeah, that is... I'm planning a very, very ambitious video that's going to be 5 to 6 hours in length. It's not like anything I've ever done before. And it's going to be walking. I've picked it's like a from a here to there. I'm just going to do it in one video. I'm not going to break it up into parts. I'm just going to upload it. I don't know if I'm going to premiere it or not. That might be kind of ridiculous, but that is something I've wanted to do. I've always wanted to do something like ridiculously stupid like that. And I'm just going to upload it like any other video, and we're going to see how it goes. So that is coming up next week, along with the new e-bike as well. Hopefully, I have a member's request to go up to Scarborough and do a pretty long ride through Scarborough that goes by like an old farm and some stuff. So I'm hoping to do that on the new bike when it gets here. Chris Mills says you will need a pit crew. Tom Bikes 416 is here. Hello. Liz 279 for a new TV fund. Well, thank you, Liz, for the 279. Is my TV even on here? I think it's the R17.
For new TV fund, television, money bag.
So this is basically the TV I have. This is a newer version, but I got it like 3 years ago for the same price. Actually, I paid $900 for it. The TCL 6 Series is like the best value TV you can buy. It's literally like 95% as good as TVs that cost way more than it. So that is what I am currently watching. Although mine's not a QLED, it's a generation older than this. But my friend got the Sony OLED A80K, or probably not the J. I think the J is the ridiculous one. Do they even have it? Samsung, Sony 77-inch A80. That's the TV that I don't know what they paid for it. But that's the TV that I am going to my friend's house tomorrow to wait on delivery. And I'm super excited. I think I'm going to set it up and turn off motion smoothing and get used to it. I'm certainly not going to help with the wall mounting. F that. You are on your own for that. Whippy Dude said, you once said there's no such thing as a TV that's too big. Yeah, this TV is way out of my price range. I can never justify. How much is the 65-inch? That's the size for my apartment. Ooh. It's kind of doable. That's doable in like a... I just canceled a vacation. I don't want to feel so shitty about it kind of way. Tom Bikes has a plasma TV, 720p. Plasma TVs had really good black levels. They're definitely way better than LCD TVs of the same era. Does the TV have LED back color? LED dimming zones, you mean? When they have little light bulbs behind the screen and they turn off the dimming zones to make blacks look better? Mine does. My Samsung before this didn't have dimming zones. So when it always looked kind of gray. It never looked black, even though it was supposedly like a high-end 4K HDR TV. But yeah. Okay, we'll end the geeky TV talk. Justin says, what soundbar do you have? I have an LG soundbar that beautifully, this one remote control controls everything. When I turn on my TV with my Fire Cube remote, my TV goes on and my soundbar goes on. The volume is my soundbar. Like, this is all I need. I can even change inputs. I just hold the mute button or the mic button down and I go echo HDMI 2 and it'll switch to like HDMI 2. It actually just did it. It heard me do that. Echo HDMI 1. Stupid. Now I lost my stream. We back. Mark H says, sell your bikes and scooters that you do not use, and then you can buy big stuff. You know what's funny? I don't buy anything other than tech. Like, this Dr. Pepper t-shirt I wear regularly, and I've been wearing for like 5 years. I do not buy clothes. I wait for Christmas. I wait for my birthday. I get clothes from people. And that is... anything I buy is like a gadget or a gizmo. That's it. Or I just don't care about this stuff. Anyways, that's... Mark S says, mine's Justice League. Lisa says it's all those Domino's coupons. Anywho. Yeah, so this is the video that I was going to do today. One of my how did I do a voice intro? Downtown in the summertime. What's up, guys? It's finally summer here in Toronto, so I thought it was a good time to take a stroll around downtown. I didn't really have a set route in mind when I started off on this one. I just kind of pulled out the camera and started walking. I began around the intersection of Yonge and Dundas, which was quite busy as the Pride Parade was still rolling through. I then head south down to Queen Street, passing by City Hall and the Toronto sign. Then it's down to King Street past Restaurant Row, and then I head over to Graffiti Alley and up to Kensington Market and through Chinatown before heading back over to Dundas Square. That was some ghetto mappage right there. Lisa says, I sound so different because I'm using like a $20 Amazon microphone. I think this walk shows off a lot of what the city has. Okay. What are you doing, Johnny? Look at your horizon level. It is like literally at the bottom of the screen. Almost like the entire, like more than 3/4 of the picture is just looking up. Almost everybody's eyes are focused on the bottom of the screen. To offer, and I do my best to keep things moving at a brisk pace as it's quite a long walk, and near the end I was done. Like, you can't even see this person's like kneecaps. How does this video have 70,000 views? With a low battery. There's timestamps in the description if you'd like to skip ahead in the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this from the city. Ooh, that was fancy. Look at this. Like, why is the camera just pointed up? Hi peoples. Forward Hippo says old intro. Yeah, I ditched the intros. Thanks for labeling that. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, so, the Winners had moved in. This is after Future Shop closed. Milestones is still there. They've actually got a pretty good, like, rooftop patio right here. Alejandro says, which camera was that? That was with my original DJI Osmo Pocket 1. That is what this is. One of my old ones. Estelle says, can't wait to get a gimbal. No more shaky vids. Yeah, Milestones gets a lot of shit as being like one of those like suburban restaurants, but I kind of like it. It's like decently priced. It's not expensive. Yeah, the atmosphere is a bit bland corporate, but that location, you get a good view. It's not bad. If you're gonna go suburban chain restaurant, I don't mind it. At least not that location. I don't see the need to like shit on everything. Man, this year's Pride Parade was so much busier than this. Why? What a weird angle for me to be holding the camera at. That was a AMC, and there used to be either, I think it was a Cineplex or Famous Players in the Eaton Center itself. Now we are walking south down Yonge Street. Little did these people know that the next 2 summers we're gonna suck. Nobody knew. But we're back to the good stuff now. Yes, Marcus. Famous Players and Cineplex merged, and for some reason they kept the Cineplex brand. I liked the Famous Players branding better. And they had the Silver City. Actually, I think Ken is going live tonight. I have a notification that Ken is going live. What time is that? 9:30. I wonder if he timed that to not overlap, because he knows I usually go an hour and a half, and I announced this at 8. Ooh, you know what? I uploaded... I'm gonna test to see if my Pride video, if I fixed all the audio and if there's any more copyright matches. Just give me 1 sec. Ooh, I think I got like 6 or 7 the last time I uploaded it. Eunice says the sun turned my hair yellow. I did, this time, unlike my last stream, I did set the correct color temperature on my lights here, so my face should not look like I'm glowing orange like the last one. Chris says, follow-up question, would homemade pepper spray be legal? Probably not. I think you asked during this morning's premiere. Pepper spray, because there was a live streamer in New York who pepper sprayed someone who was literally about to assault them. Sadly, in Canada, you're not allowed to have pepper spray, which... I don't know, if someone much bigger and stronger than you or intimidating you is about to attack you, it seems like a reasonable self-defense measure to give people. Think of like smaller, more vulnerable people as well. There was like an old guy who was just robbed at an ATM in Chinatown. So I really got to disagree. I think as long as people, if you use it inappropriately, yes, you should be charged, but if you literally use it in proper self-defense, I think it's a great tool. I think it just doesn't make sense that it's banned. One thing people do, you can do in Canada, is you can buy bear spray, and you can buy bear spray on Amazon, and it works just the same as pepper spray. But again, even if you used it in self-defense, that's still illegal. So, you know, some serial rapist comes and tries to drag you away into their white van and fun, and you pull out the bear spray and spray him in the face, you can be charged. Like, I don't know. I'm not that into arming ourselves, but I think that's a reasonable thing people should be allowed to have. And if Mark says you carry a small can of hairspray, again, if you use it as a weapon, though, even in self-defense, that can be held against you. Chris Mill says when he worked on pipelines, they carried bear spray. Lisa, yeah, sadly, like a lot of incidences have been happening quite often on streetcars. I don't know the answer to it. But not to get overly political, but based on what's happened in the US on Friday, it can feel pretty good to be Canadian sometimes. Like what a crazy way to go into the weekend that was. Let's, take human and women's rights back 150 years. Anyways, let us carry pepper spray. I think it's especially as a live streamer, it's a good thing as long as we use it appropriately. So this is Queen Street West. We're checking it out. Eugen 8 says Johnny sprays. Imagine that if that would probably be not allowed on YouTube. A channel where you went around like pepper spraying people. Oh, Charlie's owner messaged me saying they got the A80J, not the A80K. Sorry about that. As he said, yeah, he was saying some pretty vile shit and kept following her around. You know what? I think this is a 2-beer kind of night. I've been super busy today after doing absolutely nothing yesterday. I deserve a second beer. I don't know if the second beer will last for the rest of the stream, but I'll be back in a second. Enjoy summertime 2019, early Johnny Strides for a second. By the way, what happened to that thunderstorm we were supposed to get? That was one thing that also convinced me not to even think about live streaming today. My hourly weather report before I left said thunderstorms, Toronto, 4 to 6 p.m. at some point. I don't think they ever came, which is fortunate for those involved with Pride. Lake of Bays Brewing, low tide, relaxed in style, full of flavor, extra light beer. Extra light beer. Christopher says it's difficult, but I guess personal alarms are a good idea for personal protection. Imagine if you could just have something on you, and if you double pressed it, like a police officer came and showed up. Like if it was an actual emergency and it had your location. That could be kind of scary, giving over your location like that. But if it used it as it was intended, there's an idea. Why not? And if you used it inappropriately, like charge you like $200 to pay for the time that you wasted and the resources. I don't know. I guess there's a big gray area there. Anyways, thank you, Brad Palmer. Lake of Bays Brewing Company, low tide, relaxed in style, full of flavor. Ease into relaxation with low tide. This light and hop-forward IPA still delivers a distinct hop taste. The citrus aroma complements notes of strawberry and blueberry, refreshing and drinkable. This flavorful beer is a sessionable alternative to stronger IPAs. Sit back, unwind, and enjoy the calm. Best served at 6 to 8 degrees Celsius. 0 IBU, all natural, partially filtered. Malts, 2-row pale, flaked wheat, hops, Idaho 7, dry hop, Belma, and Sabra. Relaxed in style, full of flavor. There you've got the whole marketing spiel. Jeanette Morales, have a good night. Jeanette, thanks for dropping in. I hope you're up and running shortly. Physically running. People say literally. I tend to say physically. I think it sounds better. I literally went to. Like, just say I physically went to. Same thing. It's more. Anyways. Cheers. Thank you. I don't know what to think of this. It's clearly not as good as the last IPA I was drinking. Lisa Palmer says, cheers. Thank you, Lisa. I hope things are going well in YouTube land on your channel. So, congrats to Lizzo on having a big stream today. 2,000 views. And she streamed it for 4 hours. Holy shit.
That's going to collapse if you ask me.
She said that's going to collapse.
Sunday, happy Pride.
Yeah, she streamed
weekend,
in 480p.
Sunday,
I'm
parade.
guessing
I don't know how
the
much
connection wouldn't have been good enough to stream at 1080p. With so many people out. Hey! What? Lizzo. What? Are you me? Look at that. What good taste in cycling gloves. Very, very good taste in cycling gloves. Someone went to Sporting Life. Oh, I don't want to pick up a copyright claim because there's no way in hell her stream didn't get like covered in copyright notices. But yeah, cool. It's always good to see someone kind of hit a bit of a home run with a video. Live Toronto. Are you live now? 7 people watching? What? Is that right now? Are you live?
Oh, there's the hot dog place across the street.
You are live.
I think I would do that maybe as a snack. I need dinner.
Live 626. She is all over the place. I think I heard her say your name. Yeah, we chatted with each other through Ken's stream before.
Right. The lighting wouldn't be good. Yeah, I guess, yeah, walking through this now, I guess.
So she is streaming. So I think me, her, and Ken are going to get together at some point and do a video. Toronto Live Walk with Ken, exploring downtown on Sunday night as Pride winds down. Toronto Live Walk with Ken. I think this part's a little redundant. All messages you say will appear. Create a channel to join in the chat. I have a channel. What do you mean create a channel to join in the chat? Anyways. So Ken is going live. So I guess we'll, just to be courteous to Ken, we'll end at 9:30. Makes sense. Maybe I'll start my stream off by watching his. I don't know. I don't know. What's going on in Toronto? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. There's a parked car with a projector casting a gambling ad on a building off Queen Street. What? What? How obnoxious is that? Go loony for loonies. Hundreds of online casino games and thousands of bets. And it's a car with a projector with a cable, probably running off a generator. I haven't looked at this. But if that's running off a gas generator, now we've got something belching fumes out, making noise. This... Is this even legal? Like, There's got to be a bylaw against this. I don't know. That's obnoxious. That's obnoxious. Here's the thing. If this was like a Princess Margaret ad or like a Humane Society ad, the hypocrite in me wouldn't be criticizing it. We all, I guess, have those little quirks. Like, ooh, I'm not a NIMBY until it's, my interests that are being offended. But still, that is grotesque. Taylor Creek Ravine, April versus June, Green City. Well, this is a picture. Same view 3 months apart. So that is April, that is June. If you're a channel member or Patreon supporter, I just posted a video of an e-scooter ride through the Taylor Creek Ravine. And that will be made available to everyone else in about 25 days from now. GTA rents in May see largest monthly price hike in more than 3 years. Well, no shit. We don't have the housing stock. And we're doing stupid things like protecting 100-year-old useless buildings on Danforth when that area should absolutely be intensified. Developers aren't the enemy. It's poor zoning and poor laws that are the enemy. And apparently I have just run out of juice. Hey, we're back. Is that where we were? In Toronto, jumbled logic sees one building staying up while another comes down. What? Oh, this looks like Danforth here. The cancellation of Taste of Danforth has received... Oh, F you, Toronto Star. Unlock this stuff. All right, Lisa. We all know you're not going to walk a dog, but rather you're going to go play some VR action. Download Premium Bowling. Best game ever. Hundreds protest outside Toronto U.S. consulate after Roe v. Wade is overturned. Possibly American citizens. We have a lot of them living in Toronto. As much as I despise that decision, I think it's weird for one country to protest decisions of another country. I don't think that's right for Canadians to be doing that, or I don't think it's relevant. Elderly man robbed while using ATM in Chinatown. Yeah. This is what I heard about earlier. So this waste of carbon. What's funny is you're committing a crime when you know there's cameras and nobody is going to look at you like you're a criminal if you cover your face. And what does dumbass do? He leaves his face exposed. Like, put on an effing mask. You have the best excuse in the world. Nobody is going to think twice or question you if you do that. Like, what an idiot. According to police, an elderly man was making a transaction at an ATM vestibule. I've only ever heard that word vestibule on an episode of Friends when Chandler was stuck in an ATM vestibule when he was approached by a suspect who pushed him to the ground and took his money. The suspect then... Like, how much money are you going to get off of someone anyways? Like, at most $100? What a piece of human garbage. Well, hopefully he's known to police or somebody rats him out. The sheer scale of the crowd on Yonge Street today. Pride. Yeah, I think my video did a better job of capturing that. Yeah, good point, Action BJ. Good point. Maybe I missed that point. The future of the village. Lots of police at Bathurst and Adelaide. Lexus driven sideways into warm... Ooh. Historical photos of Toronto's Pride Parade through the years. That's neat. Toronto's first official Pride picnic took place at Hanlan's Point Beach in August of 1971. I bet some of those people were probably out today. Gay fathers, closets are for kids' toys. Oh, there's some nudity in that one. We'll just keep scrolling. Is that Mel Lastman? That looks like Mel Lastman. I think, wasn't Barbara Hall the first mayor to participate in one of these things? Or not? I think she was. And what's her face? That last premiere we had, who everyone hated, also was the first premiere, I think, to do that. I always like watching old photos, not so much because of what they're of, but because you can see the city. And here's the crowd gathered on Yonge Street in the 90s. Very similar story to today. Oh, I remember this board. This board was actually featured in the movie Short Circuit as well. Margate says win. Colette says Kathleen. Yes, yes, that person who leads a long line of excellent premieres we've had. When's the last time we had a good premiere? Bob Ray? Like, Ontario and competent premieres. It's just not going to happen. The Toronto City Council did not officially recognize Pride Day until 1991. How about you recognize some neighborhoods? Where's Little Manila, Little Jamaica? There's all kinds of neighborhoods that need to be recognized and have some kind of cultural protection. Here's the raising of the rainbow flag at City Hall in 2003. I knew I read this. Kathleen Wynne became the first sitting premier to march at Pride Toronto in 2013, alongside Justin Trudeau. About 1.7 million people attended the most recent in-person Pride weekend in 2019. I'm willing to bet today rivaled that, if not was bigger. Claudia says, Johnny, why is your clock ahead by about 3 minutes? That is the biggest mystery in the universe, and I'm not going to have an answer for that. The clock on this computer is just ahead. If I fix it, it will go ahead. I think it has to do with the bias, and the clock on the bias is ahead by 3 minutes, and I don't really feel like going and fixing that, even though it'll take 2 seconds. But you know what? I'm a punctual person, so this always leads me to being on time for things, so I don't mind. That's a pretty cool picture. Look at the bokeh effect. Everything is like nice and blurred in the background, and the stormtrooper is like laser sharp. That was a neat article, blog TO. The Rivoli. Why would I say Rivoli? It's supposed to be pronounced Rivoli, but everyone says Rivoli. Circa 2012, me 2022. I think I've mentioned the first time I ever had like a date with an actual girl when I was 16 in like 1996. We went to the Rivoli. I was 16 years old. And they served me a Coors Light without checking my ID. There's no way, no chance in hell I looked at 19. No chance in hell. And I had a pad thai. Reminds me of the odes to the Rivoli from Nirvana, the band show. Hey, you gimbal. You just have to hang in there for 15 more minutes. Stop croaking on me. You can do it. Yes, I have a less than premium setup here on my webcam. Actually, I could... I think I just thought of a way that I could make this much better. It's probably going to fall again. The battery on it has started to go. Oh, Reddit changed the way it... Why? The problem is the battery on this gimbal no longer holds a charge, and it's what I use to prop up my iPhone, which is what I use as a webcam through some convoluted software called Camo, which requires a monthly subscription. Yes, I pay a monthly subscription so I can use this camera as a webcam. But in fairness, the iPhone is phenomenal as a webcam. And I have other software that would let me use the iPhone free as a webcam, but it's not as good. So yeah, that's way too much tech stuff. People are upset with Pride Toronto's new photography policy. Should I just hold it? Should I just hold it here like this? I know what I can do just for the end of the stream. Don't worry. We're fixing it. Come down here, camera. How does that look? Probably not very good. It's very low. It's at a bad angle. There we go. Look how far. Oh, the angle on this is terrible, but it's going to have to do. It's going to have to do for the rest of the stream because I can't be bothered to make it look better. It's just going to make me look like I'm leaning back. People are upset with Toronto's new photography policy. Oh, I think that was just, I think I saw that posted. If you entered Pride, they were saying they have the right to like use any photos or images captured of you in like their material forever. I don't know. Isn't that kind of understood? Like if you go to a Blue Jay game and you're in the background and someone hits a home run and it's one of those iconic moments like the Batista bat flip, they're going to be using your image from then for eternity. And there's nothing you can do about it because you went into... I just thought that kind of thing was understood, but apparently people are up in arms about it. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. Toronto Blue Jays redesigned controversial 4th of July hats after outcry. Following a major outcry of the team's controversial 4th of July hats, with American stars and stripes obnoxiously decorated over the iconic Blue Jays Maple Leaf logo. That's a bit insensitive. We're in Canada. We could have acknowledged the US without defecating all over our hat. The team has decided to redesign them after fans actively voiced their displeasure. Looks pretty classy. What did the old hat look like? Blue Jays 4th of July hat. What did the original one look like? I don't know. It doesn't look that bad. Toronto's new spot for Hawaiian shaved ice is hidden inside an appliance store. This is Toronto's secret spot for massive burritos. Bole's Burrito with a single Toronto location might not be as well known as some other burrito joints in town, but for those in the know, vouch for the quality food at this joint near Front in Sherbourne. Ken, are you watching? Ken Continuum. There's some very girthy burritos for you down at Front in Sherbourne. Toronto Street Festival just changed its name and people aren't happy about it. Now that summer has finally come around, tons of various street festivals will take place within the next few months. Some of them include the Fun Philippines Festival, Toronto Ukrainian Festival, and the formerly known Roncesvalles Polish Festival, which has recently changed its name to Roncesvalles Festival instead. Diane Hill used to go to Belay all the time. It's great. Amazing burritos. I'm going to have to try that out, Diane. I'm going to have to give them a try. I guess I've been to that festival. It's not like really Polish themed anymore. Just like Taste of Little Italy isn't really Italian themed. Taste of the Danforth isn't really Greek themed. But I guess people are up in arms because the Polish history in that area. They wrote that they will include fan favorites like polka and pierogi in conjunction with a fresh focus to celebrate a broader range of local artists, musicians, and food. Not to mention all the food trucks that go to all the other festivals are going to be there, and they're not necessarily Polish food. Although Roncesvalles, it does have a lot of Polish stuff, but a lot of it is also like Eastern European in general, right? It's not strictly Polish stuff. People are upset at the name change, unable to understand why it was necessary. Either you make it back to Polish Festival, or me and my friends will boycott it. That's extreme. Whippy Dude says, are you going to do any more Hidden Toronto videos? Yes, I hope so. Send me some Hidden Toronto idea suggestions. I haven't done one of those videos in like probably a year now, right? Dash cam video of near crash is a reminder of how bad drivers are in Brampton. Again, sorry if you're just tuning in. Sorry, the camera angle is all jacked. Right. My Zhun gimbal, which I normally use, has decided to take a crap all over itself. Can we watch the video? Let me go full screen. Go full screen. It won't let me go full screen. Okay, let's at least make it bigger. What? I would lose my shit if that happened in front of me. So this idiot was not blind to this car. They clearly could see this car and just thought, I'm going to be an asshole and cut in front of them. But they were completely blind to this lane. And this car was probably shielding their view in case there was like a pedestrian or a cyclist off to the side. Wow. Can we see where that red car was coming from? You know what's even worse about this? Look at... Did they... Oh, no, they... Oh, so did they turn over a solid yellow line too? Like, look, this line is solid yellow, which means does it clear up in the intersection? No, it clears up in the intersection. But where they turned from was solid yellow, so they turned early. They're supposed to wait for the solid yellow line to break, but they turned way too early, it looks like, because it was solid yellow where they turned. That is more than terrible. It was in Brampton that a mother and 3 young daughters were killed by an impaired driver in 2020, and where only weeks ago my first ever job outside once I finished university was at an insurance company doing car insurance. And how mad people would get when they would call you from Brampton. You would give them a rate that was like triple what someone in like Milton would get. Like, the actuarial science doesn't lie. For whatever reason, Brampton is like, the amount of claims that get paid out there. Remember, when there's an accident, it's not just fixing the car. People get hurt. People can't go to work. There's bodily injury claims. There's like physiotherapy claims. Those expenses add up to like hundreds of thousands of dollars just for like one minor car accident. Someone gets whiplash and they're in physiotherapy. So it's kind of like, and people just see it as material stuff. Like, oh, well, you know, it's a dented door that cost the insurance company $4,000. Why do we all pay astronomical rates? Yeah, it's the injuries that add up. And when it happens just a little bit more in one area versus other areas, people that live in that area, even if you're a good driver, you're a higher risk. You're at a higher risk of being hit by someone like this because you're driving in Brampton more. It might not seem fair. You might be the best driver in the world, but when there's more bad drivers around you, you are still a higher risk of being an expensive claim. So that's the logic and thinking behind it. But yeah, Brampton is just a cesspool of bad driving, and there's an example of it. Like, it was higher than downtown. Michelle Briggs says the injuries and false claims, also the embellishment of injuries too. And Brampton is really, really high for insurance fraud as well. Like, we weren't allowed to tell this as like, oh, your rate's high because we're not going to believe you if you get hurt. But yeah, that's the real problem is our city designers. Just watch Not Just Bikes or like one of those channels for a while, and you'll learn that it's actually the way these are designed. There's no traffic calming measures. It's basically like a super highway, and then next thing you know, you're turning off into a crossing. Here's a crossing. There's no like lights. There's no signal here. There's nothing to physically slow the driver down leading up to this turn. Like, it's just a very dangerous situation. And like, that's the way we design our areas, particularly the suburbs. So yeah, you can blame, but people are always going to be idiots, right? We need smart design to prevent them from doing that. George Kemp says, I always like to give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the red car, you know, good point, George Kemp. You know, maybe when a car goes through like a plaza, the person had a seizure, had a medical episode, right? Like, you don't know. But in this case, I would like to think that if the driver of this car was having an emergency, you're not going to roll the dice and risk other people's lives. Maybe you'll go a little faster. You'll be a little more aggressive, but you're not going to play Russian roulette with everyone else on the road because you're having an emergency, right? So yeah, I agree with you. Give the benefit of the doubt, but this person does not deserve that benefit. They don't deserve a driver's license. That is nuts. I ain't even safe on the sidewalks crossing on a green light, someone commented about Brampton drivers. It's no wonder the city also has some of the highest insurance rates across the province. It's simply too dangerous, even if you're a good driver. Yes, that's my point. Toronto politician accused of homophobic social media posts resigns from city council. This is the councillor who just got her job because she was appointed. Yeah. Tonight, Rosemary Bryan has resigned the city council seat she was appointed to today. She just was appointed by the new multicultural minister, Michael Ford. Appointed someone who in 2018 made a bunch of homophobic and other really nasty tweets. And this piece of shit, Rosemary Bryan, didn't even like apologize for them. Like, do you not vet the people that you're accepting? Like, you're the minister of multiculturalism, even though you're not a very well-traveled person who grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. Like, welcome to Doug Ford's Ontario. That's a very nepotism-based appointment there. And then you go ahead and recommend someone who's like a homophobe to your job. Like, wow. This is what happens when the wheels fall off. Hey, I think Ken is I think Ken's about to stream. Are we live, Ken? Live in 3 minutes. Harjot is here. Toronto's doo-wop music guy is here. Tom Bikes 416 is here. Alex is here. I don't think I'll join the stream tonight. I'm really tired. I had a very busy day. It was my graduation. Happy graduation, Alex, and congratulations on that. Let me see, where is my... I can't even see where my stuff is because of this stupid low camera angle that we're working with for the rest of the stream. I will have this fixed for next stream, and I might do a home stream on the Strides channel at some point. It's nice to watch Johnny on the TV, but I have to take my glasses off if I want to chat on the phone, says Claudia. Yeah, the phones make things difficult. I know some people like to use tablets and like laptops and that type of thing as well. Alex is going to pass on Ken's stream and give myself a rest. I'm going to give myself a rest too. I'm going to sit down on my reclining chair and enjoy this beer. Also, wow, the lighting looks really bad with this camera too, at the angle it's on. I don't know. I'll have this really weird, this is why we're on the Johnny Stumbles channel. I'll have this really weird situation fixed for the next one. Lisa Palmer says tonight is going to be a streaming marathon binge. High Fiver has driven through Brampton many times. The entire city drives too fast. Yeah. Traffic calming measures. It's the answer. You know, that you can design, you can build in safer driving into your design. If you give people an inch, they will take a mile. And the same goes with people when they're behind the wheel. If you give them 60 kilometers an hour, they'll push it to 74, 75. Anyways, I think we're done, folks. I think we're done. Live in 60 seconds. So I just... S. Sleep says, why do most YouTubers have 2 channels? I don't know. For me, I put stuff on this channel that doesn't really fit on the Strides channel. Like the Strides channel, I do this kind of stream too, but it's more on topic with like the walks and what I'm doing. This channel, I used to just get high and make an idiot out of myself, and I haven't been doing so much of that lately. They're kind of converging into one. I don't know, but I like having a second channel just to put everything that doesn't fit on the main channel. Anyways, Marie Palmer says, thanks, Johnny. See you. Thank you. Whitby Dude, Claudia, Gertej, Brad Palmer, Lisa Palmer, Colette with the big double Y, double E buy. Have a good night, Colette. Chris Mills, Michelle Briggs, Estelle, Mark S., Vivian Johnson. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. I will try to get that Pride Parade video up for tomorrow morning, and I'm going to try to premiere it, but I'll be premiering it alongside Charlie in Charlie's house on my laptop, I think. And I might go live tomorrow on the e-scooter. Not entirely sure, but I might. It looks like Ken hasn't started yet. What the hell, Ken? I'm about to end. But anyways, thank you for watching. And as always, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I will continue. Have a good night, guys. And happy what's left of Pride weekend. I'll try to stream tomorrow and premiere 9 a.m. See you later. Awkward.